Hello and welcome once again to Ventura College Volleyball on the VC Sports Network tonight. The Pirates welcome in the Allan Hancock College Bulldogs. As we take a look at the standings entering play tonight, the Pirates come in at 12-9 on the season, coming in off of arguably their biggest win on the year, a Halloween night victory at Santa Barbara City College in 4 sets. That was a big win for the Pirates, picking up their 12th win of the season. It was also a pretty big favor for their longtime rivals, the Moore Park College Raiders, as you see at the top of this very tough Western State North. It is a 1-match lead now for the Raiders, as those two teams certainly look ahead to a postseason run. As for the Pirates, their playoff picture appears to be secure with a 12-win season and with an outstanding RPI. The Pirates have run the gauntlet of an incredibly tough schedule. They come in at 12-9, but as Brad Lyons was quick to point out in our conversation, they do need to take care of business in this very important 3-match stretch coming up here over the last week plus of this 2025 regular season. Assuming that they do, the Pirates should be on their way to a 4th-place finish in the Western State North and a spot in the postseason. But it starts tonight against the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come in with a record of 8-15 on the season, just 1-8 in conference play. This, of course, a Cinderella program from a year ago under head coach Megan Phillips. After a 6-year hiatus without a program, the Bulldogs returned last year with a 13-win season. In their first year back, they have taken a slight step back this year with just an 8-15 record, but they would love to come in and upset the apple cart here and knock off the Pirates here tonight to try and punctuate this second season. Step aside, we'll come back, get things started. The Bulldogs and the Pirates coming up on the VC Sports Network. And we welcome you back to Ventura College. Ventura College Volleyball here on the VC Sports Network. And of course, as we near the close of this 2025 campaign, a celebration of the sophomores here for the Pirates this season as they renew that late season tradition, recognizing a number of the sophomores that have made such a contribution here over the last couple of years. Down on the floor, trying to bring you some of the sights and sounds as we prepare for the Pirates and the Bulldogs coming up tonight here on the VC Sports Network.
Today, John welcomes her parents and her sister Jenny, along with her other family friends and loved ones. She said that she's made the best friends ever as a member of the team. She's grateful for her roommates and loves of how impressive of her marketing. Finally, she's grateful that she went shy. It was a big part of the reason she joined the team. Next year, Johnson plans on transferring to play beach volleyball and major in sports management. Her favorite memories include blasting Disney music and scream singing in the backseat of the Mavs. And one word she used to describe her experience on the team is grateful. Congratulations, Jocelyn! All right, everyone give up the sophomore serving specialist, a.k.a. the sniper. Beta Whistle! Beta is joined by her mom and her dog. Beta truly loves the culture of this program and has allowed her to grow as an individual and also find herself again as an ambassador. She's so grateful for the coaches around the stand who balance out what a group of girls need in a team, and she feels supported knowing that coaches want the best for us, teaching us the values and lessons even about so. She is also grateful for her mom, of course, and all the amazing people she's met, especially this year's team that's so goofy and close. Her goal is to transfer to UCSB with a studio arts major in club volleyball, and her favorite memory on the team is when a woodwork man was dancing during timeout. She had contact with Gabby and was trying to contain her own. One word she used to describe her time in this program would be memorable. Congratulations, Beta. Next up, welcome to sophomore defensive specialist with hands like butter. Sadie Lishby Lishman. Sadie is here tonight with her parents, and Sadie feels like this team has been like a second family to her, and she was able to make friendships along the way. Her goal for next year is to transfer to another college to play beach volleyball. Her favorite memories include learning dances for our team bonding, and one word she would use to describe her experience on the team is unforgettable. Congratulations, Sadie! Alright, everyone, put your hands together for sophomore opposite, the lefty specialist, Callie Cahill. Callie works tonight by her mom and dad, and she loves the friends that she's made here and loves the coaching she's received. She is grateful for the friends that she has on the team who made every day so exciting and are always there for her. She's always grateful for Ryan and Sam for pushing her to be a better version of herself, both on and off the court. Finally, her mom and dad for guiding her through being a college athlete and supporting her every day. Callie's goal is to transfer to Warrior School to continue playing indoor volleyball and to major in sociology. Her favorite memory was when she tried to take a bite of Taylor's plastic wrap, but it got stuck under her tooth. So I cut her loose from Taylor and the wrap was strong enough to pull it out of her tooth. And she finished that experience asking Brad and I if we were happy with the side of her tears this, and Callie answered yes, absolutely. One word Callie used to describe her experience with the team is family. Congratulations, Callie. Welcome to the other sophomore opposite side of the Pirates, one of the biggest bloggers in the VC2A, Daphne Raven. She loved being part of competitive team culture and is grateful for all the people she's met along the way who taught her new things. She plans on transferring to play indoor volleyball at the Division II school and pursue a degree in kinesiology to eventually become a nurse. One word Daphne can use to describe her experience on this team is transformative. Congratulations, Daphne! Okay, special applause for the other half of the block party, sophomore blocker, the founder of the village, Taylor Liddy. be a blessing. Congratulations, Shai! All right, finally, last but not least. Oh yeah, brother! Sophomore measure, Josephine Roush! Meaningful experiences of her life. She's truly loved being part of this team. The girls mean so much to her, and the bonds they've built both on and off the court are something that she will always be grateful for. She's learned so much not only about the game, but about leadership, teamwork, and resilience. Being able to help lead this team has been one of the most bittersweet yet rewarding parts of her journey here. She's grateful for her teammates, coaches, and everyone who supported her along the way, and her family and friends have been a huge part of her experience, always showing up, cheering her on, and reminding her to keep pushing, even through the tough moments. She couldn't have done it without their love and support. Josephine hopes to transfer to a four-year university to continue her indoor playing career in intensive kinesiology with the goal of becoming a physical therapist. One of her favorite memories will always be Coach Matt before he passed. He had a way of bringing so much joy and laughter to everyone. He would walk around with his phone, blasting music, trying to make us all laugh and play random YouTube clips. And the second he got to the team room, he would cheer everybody up. His kindness and energy left such a lasting impact on all of us. And one word Joe used to describe her experience on the team is inspiring. Congratulations, Joe, and give it up for your 2025.
One of the wonderful traditions here at Ventura College as they honor the sophomores here tonight. And it was no short ceremony speaking to this sophomore-laden team. So many tremendous careers here at Ventura College, wrapping up here with these last couple of regular season games, and then a look ahead, of course, to the postseason for this team as well. And perhaps it's fitting that in our crowd here tonight, Brad Lyons telling us a number of players currently considering pursuing volleyball here at Ventura College from nearby high schools that are being recruited right now, and perhaps some of those players envisioning a couple of years from now perhaps their own ceremony here on sophomore night. Might that be the case? We'll step aside and get things started. Allan, Hancock, Ventura coming up on the VC Sports Network.
Libero, number 13, Morgan Goff. In the middle of the outside, number 15, Madison Rice. Center, number 18, Denise Valdez. And number 19, middle opposite, Miranda. Bulldog coached by Megan Phillips. Assistant coach, Saisha And playing opposite from Liberty High School in Bakersfield, number 13, Callie Hayes. Starting opposite number 14, from Royal Grande, Madison Mira. And to the barrel from White High School in Ventura, number 15, Jack Hancock. And to the middle from Bakersfield High School, number 21, Addison Olsen. Head coach of the Pirates in his 13th season, Mr. Brad Ryan. Assistant coaches, Samantha Felico and Jill Hall.
Set to go. Ventura and Hancock on the VC Sports Network. Second meeting of the season between the two teams. Met back on October 10th. That was a straight sets win up at Santa Maria for the Pirates. And a matchup that got progressively tougher. The Pirates took advantage of a slow start for the Bulldogs as they attacked at a negative percentage in set number one as the Pirates ran away with it 25-13. From there, the second set 25-17, and then it tightened up considerably. The Pirates holding on 25-22 in set three to get it done up at Allan Hancock. And for the Bulldogs, eerily similar to their last outing, they come off a loss against Moore Park. At home, it was a straight sets loss, and again, a mighty struggle for the Bulldogs in the opening set with just 3 kills against 6 errors. So again, attacking at a negative percentage before they settled down, attacking at a little over 200 for sets 2 and 3, not enough against a very, very tough Moore Park Raiders squad, 25-20, 25-23. So the matchup on Halloween night for the Bulldogs, similar to the first matchup between the two teams, and for the Pirates, certainly the hope is that they can get off to a quick start here at home, coming off that big win at Santa Barbara in their last outing. Want to keep the momentum going, solidify their playoff spot again. Right now, the Pirates at 12-9, but they are the beneficiaries of one of the toughest schedules that you're going to find anywhere in the 3C2A. Of the 9 losses this season for the Pirates, 8 have come against teams ranked in the top 10 in the state. And the 9th loss was to Pasadena City College, ranked all the way down at 15. So they have struggled against those top teams, but again, that shouldn't hurt you too much in terms of playoff seeding. That's going to bolster your RPI. And for the Pirates, perhaps it paid off as we are underway and off the block and down for Tiara Downing to get the Bulldogs on the board, 1-0, but perhaps it's all coming together for the Pirates as they get the win. They finally break through against that top 3 in the Western State North, and they get the win at Santa Barbara. So perhaps this team coming together, that's the hope as they look ahead to the playoffs, which start in a couple of weeks. Madison Rice with the push, but the Pirates there. And it's Cahill who will arc for the back row where Emma Olney digs it out. Olney, far and away the leading attacking weapon for the Bulldogs, 5th in the 3C2A at a little over 4 kills per set. She's one of just 5 players in the entire 3C2A that is averaging over 4 kills a set on the season. So we're going to see a lot of swings from Emma Olney tonight for the Bulldogs, and she will be options 1, 2, and 3. Meanwhile, it's Rice denied on the block by Addison Olsen. And the Pirates have come back with a couple and now lead at 2-1 as Shy Daniels will continue on serve. Just underway, set number 1 here from Ventura College. It's Pirate Volleyball on the VC Sports Network. A little trouble for Rice, off the net, kept up by Valadez, but ultimately down. Pirates push the lead to 3-1 as Daniels will get credit for the ace, handcuffing Rice in the back row. The Bulldogs have had to shuffle things around in 2025, and particularly of late. One of their leading attackers on the season was Bailey Ware, but Ware a standout freshman, has missed the last couple of matches, so we'll see if we see where tonight. Meanwhile, a swing for Ashley Robinson, who returns for the Bulldogs, attacking from the back row. And the call going to go to the Bulldogs as Roush denied on the swing. 3-2. And of course, going back to last year in that Cinderella run for the Bulldogs, again, this a program that was defunct from 2018 through 2023. So for a 6-year stretch, no volleyball at Allan Hancock. But they come back in 2024, and with a freshman-laden squad, post 13 wins in a very tough Western State North. It was a great season for the Bulldogs, who pull even 3 apiece. Simon Harper to serve for the Bulldogs. But this season, a little bit of a step back with just the 8 wins, but they also lost a couple of their leading attackers from a season ago, Jocelyn Olmstead, Maria Agueda, both not back apparently this year. So immediately, Megan Phillips having to make some adjustments as the Pirates push the lead to 4-3. And for Allan Hancock, they got off to a quick start this season, staying over 500 at 7-6, but once they got into this Western State North schedule, obviously the sledding got a little tougher. They're 1-8 in conference play, and now 8-15 overall. Valadez will look to set Downing in the middle off the block of Olsen. They'll look for the first swing for Raymond, kept up. Free ball for the Pirates. In the middle, they'll look for Olsen. Dug out by Valadez. The one-arm dig not there. And a point for the Bulldogs, tied at 4. Well, right away here early in the first set. A good sign if you're Allan Hancock. Again, in both the first matchup between these two teams and their last matchup against Moore Park, all kinds of trouble coming out of the gate for the Bulldogs. Harper with the dig. Olney in the front row tries to go across. Roush is there, but Raymond partially fanned on it. And the Bulldogs nose out in front, 5-4 in set 1. Morgan Doss on serve. Going to Mirau, who handles it in the middle, and Olsen couldn't quite redirect. Catches the tape. Now 6-4. And a spirited start for Allan Hancock as Doss will continue on serve. Roush will handle. Daniels has to bump set, and Mirau's just going to try to give up the free ball, but instead catches the net. And Brad Lyons going to burn an early timeout with the Bulldogs off to a 7-4 lead here in set 1. You are watching Ventura College Volleyball on the VC Sports Network. Well, how do you like it if you're Megan Phillips with a 7-4 lead and just one attack in the game so far for Emma Olney. So right where they wanted to be on the start. Again, the Pirates look middle for Olsen, who will roll it long. 5 unanswered for Allan Hancock, and I think despairingly for the Pirates, a lot of those points have come on Pirate miscues. See if they can settle in against the serve of Doss. That one is down for an ace. The run is now 6. And the Pirates coming out of a timeout, so they are going to have to try to play through this tough stretch. Certainly Brad Lyon's not going to burn another timeout unless he absolutely has to. Mirau, meanwhile, ran into the set from Ramasar as Roush fires it long. And the lead now 10-4. Well, we talked about the struggles in set number 1 for Allan Hancock, but the shoe's on the other foot. So far tonight, it's the Pirates, who almost certainly are attacking at a decidedly negative percentage right now. A slew of errors early, meanwhile a good swing for Mirau, who has come on of late. Finally breaks the Bulldog run, but the Pirates with some work to do as Sadie Lishman will come on to serve. The Pirates down 10-5. That the first set for the Pirates in system in a few minutes. And it was a good look for Mirau, who has really stepped up as that second option behind Josephine Roush for the Pirates. This is Roush, and Doss down to get it. Olney just rolls for the back. Ibarra will keep it up. They'll look for Raymond tooling the block. Pirates looking for a run, 2 straight, 10-6. Lishman to continue on serve. Floating for Olney, who will look to get it back. Settles off the block. Doss somehow keeps it up. What a play by Doss. They'll go across to Roush, all kinds of room. Now the Pirates starting to settle in. 10-7. Good effort from the Bulldogs to extend that point, but the Pirates had the Bulldogs reeling, and Roush in for the kill. Delivers the crush ball. 10-7. Again, trying to keep Olney busy in that back row where she's adept, and puts that one in front of Lishman to break the Pirate run. 11-7. And now Ashley Johnson will serve. Daniels, long run for Ibarra. Now Roush just has to send it over, but miscommunication. Harper and Johnson. Ashley Robinson. I want to correct that. Meanwhile, as Robinson will check out, the Pirates will take a cheap point. Still down 3, 11-8. Rodriguez on, Valadez all the way across for Olney. They're looking for Raymond, who keeps it up off the block. Roush just has to bump for the back row. Again, back to Olney, off the block, and you see the Pirates well aware of Emma Olney, as that one off the dig attempt from Roush. Pirates win the long point. They creep within 2 at 11-9, and Brad Lyons certainly has done the scouting for the Bulldogs, and they're aware that they're going to run a lot of this offense through Olney. So the first step is we're going to get 4 hands over. Dare them to have someone beat us other than Emma Olney. And that's where the loss of Bailey Ware could be significant. Of late, Madison Rice, the freshman, has stepped up as that second option. Fastball and the overpass and a chance in the middle. Miranda has that dug out by Raymond. Roush trying to go up the line and missed it. 12-10. Nip and tuck here in set number one. And you got to believe this one's critical for the Bulldogs if they want to come down here to Ventura and pull the upset. Trouble in the front for Taylor Lane on a good short serve. 13-10. Well, they had the long run on serve for Morgan Doss, and now Emma Olney starts with a tough serve going after Lane in the front row. Trying to send that one short again, but catches the tape. 13-11. Callie Cahill going to return. Valeria Ibarra, who splits time at that setter spot with Monet Ramasar. So Ibarra back on. 13-11. And it's Ibarra who will ready to serve. Rice has that one dug out by Daniels. Daniels still in the top 5 in the state. Digs per set up near 6. Rice able to just gently push that off the block. Heady play from Madison Rice. 14-11. Bulldogs maintain the lead. They'll get the serve back. And it's Miranda who will serve. Sophomore out of Santa Maria. Looking for Roush, who will get it back off the block of Downing. Another kill for Roush. Madison Mirau will come on as Roush will move back to serve. So now you got Roush and Daniels in the back row with Ibarra. Up front. Lane, Cahill, and Mirau. And the Bulldogs struggling. Chance for the Pirates. They'll back set Cahill up the line. 14-13. Pirates within 1. As Roush will continue on serve. Handled by Olney. They'll set in the middle. Roush down to get it. Daniels sends it over. Back on the attack. They'll look for Rice. Daniels. That one might have been long, but Daniels digs it out. Another chance for the Bulldogs. They'll look in the middle. Overpass from Roush. Setter dump. Roush there again. Josephine Roush, 3 digs in the point. And what a play from Rice. Going to the backhand. Let's take a quick look here at the finish and watch the athletic play from Rice as, speaking of athleticism, Roush able to dig it out again, but this set offline and Rice able to go to the backhand and not only get it over, but find the open floor. Big point for the Bulldogs, 15-13, Mirau off the block. Valadez will look for Robinson. Clean block for Lane, but it's up. Ibarra will look for Mirau off the block, denied by Robinson and Downing. 16-13. That's a big step up for the Bulldogs. After the Pirates pulled within 1, they win a lengthy point on the great play by Rice, and then they get the big block from Downing. Now some trouble on serve receive from Mirau, and an illegal touch is going to push the Bulldog lead back to 4 at 17-13. Meanwhile, Shanice Valadez will continue on serve. Daniels with the serve receive and the set in the middle. Taylor Lane off a good set, and she's been working so hard all season long Again, a pair of freshman setters for the Pirates on this very sophomore-heavy team, especially at the hitting positions. And it has been an adjustment for the Pirates as these setters have had to learn to work with these attackers that have been in this program now for a couple of years. But again, off that big win on Halloween night, hopefully for the Pirates, it's all coming together late in the season. Trouble on serve, receive, and Rice able to keep it alive. Pirates back on the attack. They'll look for Cahill off of Doss. Callie Cahill, second kill here in this opening set at that opposite spot. And the lefty able to take it up the line, 17-15. The Pirates trying to claw their way back. They've trailed by as many as 6. Now it's down to 2. Doss handles the serve. Valadez will look for Rice. Denied, but still up. Olney will chase it down. Robinson gives up the free ball. They'll look in the middle. The push from Olsen. And dug out by Valadez. Partial whiff for Rice. Back to Cahill up the line and off of Doss. Callie Cahill, caution flammable. Couple of big kills in this rotation. Pirates back within 1. They had it back to 1 at 14-13 before the Bulldogs responded with 3 unanswered to push it back to 4. Here come the Pirates again. In a tight opening set. Doss somehow digs it out. Rice settles, but the push into the net, and the Pirates have clawed their way back. Now tied at 17, and let's see how the Pirates finish this opening set. Coming back from a measure of adversity. Down 6 at 10-4, now it's 17 all. Olney handles the serve. Doss looks for Robinson off the block. Still up for Downing, one-timer. Mirau gives the Pirates the lead, and now Megan Phillips wants a timeout. 18-17. The Pirates lead it by 1, set 1. Ventura College Volleyball on the VC Sports Network. Five unanswered for the Pirates, and they lead it 18-17. We're in this tight opening set. Daniels to continue on serve. Overpass from Rice, and the one-timer hammered down this time by Olsen. Couple of overpasses during this run, and the Pirates sensing the opportunity go right on the attack. That time Olsen pounds it down. Simon Harper on to serve for the Bulldogs, with the Pirates now leading it 19-17. Roush with a good pass. They'll look in the middle again. Valadez, tremendous dig. Olney, good read from Ibarra. Cahill rolling for the back, but misses it long. Well, add a lifeline of sorts for the Bulldogs, who were reeling, having given up their own 6-point run after they went on a 7-point run earlier in the set. Now back within one. Daniels with a good pass. Barrow will look for Cahill. Doss reads it well. Olney off the block of Cahill and Olsen. Now Mirau leans right. Harper with the dig. Robinson tooling the block. 19 all, excuse me. Let's correct the score here, 20-18. Bulldogs with the lead. I think we missed a call earlier. So update the score. That's the correct score, 20-18. Bulldogs now up to Mirau at the 10-foot line. Olney digs it out. Robinson, Valadez off on the set for Robinson. Again, bit of fortune for the Pirates after the Olney dig, and the Bulldogs poised to go back on the attack. Here comes Daphne Raymond returning on the front line with Mirau and Cahill. Daniels and Roush in the back. Ramasar on serve, handcuffs Harper. 20 all. Better job from Harper in the middle. Daniels can't quite corral it. Downing with the kill. 21-20. Good set from the Bulldogs. Starts with Harper handling the serve. And now Doss, who went on that big run on serve, with a chance. Bulldogs up one. Ramasar looking for Mirau. Daniels can't get that one. Olney, who's had a relatively quiet opening set off a big performance in the loss against Moore Park. But a big kill there to push the lead to 2. Timeout Ventura. 22-20 the Bulldogs on top in set 1 here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates in a precarious spot. Now just 3 points to give. Down 22-20 after they trailed by as many as 6. They came back to take a brief lead at 18-17, but Doss out of the timeout finds the net. And now it's the Pirates who gain a lifeline with the serve error back within 1 at 22-21, but a great response after the Pirates briefly took the lead. By the Bulldogs, they've had a couple of very good responses in this opening set. Again, if you go back to the last matchup between the two teams, it was in that third and final set that the Bulldogs started to get it together, losing just 25-22. This appears to be an extension of that. In the middle, and it floats long for Olsen. Just missing a big point for the Bulldogs, 23-21. And now a chance for Robinson to serve. Robinson missing the last match for the Bulldogs in the loss to Moore Park, and another serve error pulls the Pirates within 1. Taylor Lane will return in the front line as Olsen will serve. Rodriguez handles it to look in the middle, and Miranda able to push it off the block. That is huge for Miranda. And now a set point. And it's Emma Olney, who had a couple of aces in the win, or I should say in the loss against Moore Park. So one of the heavy serves, handled well by Roush. Roush will get it back, and going right at her opposite number in many respects. Leading attacker for the Pirates, and Roush targeting Olney in that back row. And again, very similar roles for Roush and Olney on their respective teams. Both play the full rotation, going through the back row, adept anywhere at the court, on the court, I should say. 24-23. Olney. And a missed opportunity. A little trouble on the pass. And the Pirates pull even at 24 as Ibarra will serve. That is huge. Only handled the serve, but it was a little off for Valadez, who ultimately couldn't set Miranda. Diving down, Rodriguez there. They have to settle for the push from the 10-foot line. Now Roush looking for the lead. Olney this time digs it out. They'll look for Olney in the back row, sent back down by Roush. And now it's set point for the Pirates. Still one timeout remaining. And the Bulldogs are going to take it. As we watch here, good anticipation from Roush. And the Pirates, from a set point down, now have a set point. 25-24, set one, here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates looking to close out an outstanding first set. Both teams have had runs. Pirates leading at 25-24. Valadez. They'll look for Rice, who is denied. One more block to close it out. Lane moving over. And the Pirates take set number one, 26-24. We'll step aside, get ready for set two. The Pirates and the Bulldogs on the VC Sports Network. What a first set. And the trend continues between these two teams, as it got tighter with each successive set in the first matchup back on October 10th. And it gets even tighter in set number 1 here tonight. 26-24, the Pirates coming from 24-22 down. They score the last 4 to steal that opening set, and now it's the Bulldogs that will have to find a way to get it back. That has to be disappointing. A huge opportunity to take set 1. Valadez will start on serve. Daniels handles it. Big swing for Cahill off the block to get things going. And Cahill, who had an outstanding opening set with 3 kills. Of course, any stats are unofficial. Don't have the luxury yet of live stats here for Ventura College Volleyball. We can hope. And Daniels handcuffing Rice, but Bulldogs still alive. They'll set in the middle. Looks like Mira didn't quite get it all. Roush with the dig. Now Mira will swing again, sent it just long. Ties it at 1. And Harper again on to serve. Happy you've joined us for Ventura College Volleyball. This our final volleyball broadcast of the season for us here at SoCal College Sports on the VC Sports Network. Of course, the Pirates do stream their home matches through the VC Sports Network, even when we're not here, so you can follow along, certainly. Get a look at the Pirates throughout the season. We do hope to be back. We'll await and see how the postseason shakes out, but right now the Pirates seem as though they have a very good chance of hosting a round 1 matchup, and if that's the case, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we very well might be back with another broadcast for you here on the VC Sports Network. We certainly look forward to that if that happens, but not only do we have to wait and see what the brackets ultimately are, but we have to wait and see how the Pirates take care of business down the stretch. Right now, they are getting all they can handle and more from the Bulldogs here tonight. Cahill with yet another kill, 3-2. This is one of the big performances on the season now for Cahill, who remains hot here tonight. She has been efficient and prolific. Again, to my memory, at least 5 kills so far tonight. Valadez will look for Olney, who takes a little off. Roush there. They'll look for Raymond, who goes to the push. Doss down to get it off the net, but not up. And the Pirates tie it up at 3 as Ramasar will serve. Monet Ramasar, freshman out of Westlake, will ready the serve. And after a brief 3-1 lead for the Bulldogs, the Pirates with a couple, pull even. And Ramasar readies. Floats long, Doss and Olney with the read, 4-3. And you see Brad Lyons, hands on the hips, and probably not thrilled entirely with how it's going, though his team does have the 1-0 lead as Miro partially whiffs on it. And it's 5-3, but it's hard to know. Pirates have missed some opportunities, certainly, but I think you got to give an awful lot of credit to the Bulldogs here tonight, who have come out with a lot of fight. Played a very good opening set. Ultimately, the Pirates gutted it out 26-24. And it continues, that one just wide once again. Pirates a little off. 6-3. Trying to cut it across, but missed it wide. try once again. Heavy swing, but dug out. It's Jocelyn Alfar, who's had the last couple of swings. Well, the Pirates getting a run. Robinson off the block, but keeps it up. On the second touch only, but Daniels able to dig it out. Now it's Downing who will set Olney, who tools the block. And a 4-point run for the Bulldogs and a timeout for the Pirates. Allan Hancock off to a quick start in set number 2. The Pirates took set number 1. You are watching Ventura College Volleyball on the VC Sports Network. Four straight for Allan Hancock, and a 7-3 lead as Tiara Downing will serve. Pirates on top, 1-0. But it continues to be a tight affair, and a whistle on the serve. And they'll redo it. Ramasar continues with Daniels, Roush, Alfar, Olsen, and Raymond on the floor for the Pirates. Ramasar tries to go up to get that one, but the net contact continues the run for Allan Hancock, 8-3. The lead now 5 for the Bulldogs. Downing still on serve. Again goes to Roush, handles it well in the middle, and Olsen puts it down. Finally breaks the Bulldog run, and this a near repeat of set 1, where an early run for the Bulldogs staked them to a 6-point lead, a lead they held for almost the entirety of that opening set. Pirates with the late move last 4 to snatch that opening set. Doss has to set from way back. Raymond positioned well. A little miscommunication. Roush gathers and sends it off the block. I'll tell you, bailout there from Josephine Roush after there was some miscommunication on the set. And Roush, from a platform stance, gets off the ground again, recovering from that knee surgery, but recovering well. Again, Brad Lyons telling us after the rehab, jumping higher than ever. So Josephine Roush all the way back. Look out, Raymond and Ramasar nearly get tied up. It's into the net. Pirates still struggling out of system. Ramasar does well to avoid Raymond, who had gone down in pursuit of that ball, 9-5. And Robinson to serve. Ashley Robinson, sophomore from Santa Maria, staying close to home. Hard swing for Roush, still up. Harper on the second touch now. Olney rolls for the back. Daniels keeps it up. They'll try Roush again. In front of Harper this time. Josephine Roush trying to will her team back into it. Couple of kills on this run, 9-6. And Addie Olsen on to serve for the Pirates. who trail it by 3. Trouble for Harper. Nine, 7. Olsen. Again to continue the serve, and let's see if they go to the same spot. No, it's Doss. Valadez will look for Olney off the block. Pirates have done a good job against Olney. Takes a little off there and gets it in front of Alfar. When we talked about what makes Emma Olney so tough, you start with the tremendous leaping ability, and obviously the higher you can get on that contact point, as Brad Lyons explained to us, the more options you have in terms of direction that you can go with the ball. But I think you have to be impressed also here early as that one hammered down by Raymond. Pulls the Pirates back within 2, but I've seen Olney take a little off on some of her swings, and it's just a heady play getting that ball down in front of that Pirate back line, and I think you have to respect the speed at which that ball often comes at you. Off of a swing from Olney, and Olney aware of that. This is Rice, denied on the block. Lane and Cahill, and now it's Cahill reaching back but sends it long. 11-8. Well, they tried to go to the hot hand, Callie Cahill, but Cahill misses it long. 11-8. And Doss will serve. Roush will get it back. Leaning right off the block. Olney with the dig. They'll try Olney from the back row. Somehow kept up. Roush there. Alfar. Doss with the dig. Valadez will look for Rice again. Kept up. Ramasar looking for Roush up the line. Big second set from Josephine Roush. And now it's Roush who will serve. 11-9. Pirates again with their hands full in this second set. Floats long from Roush. Well, the Pirates took advantage of a couple of serve errors in that first set. And now they give a couple back here in this second set. That one from Roush flies long, and Shanice Valadez will serve. Looking for Alfar. Daniels has to set from the way back. Free ball coming for the Bulldogs. Robinson off the block. Daniels able to dig it out. They'll look for Alfar. Off of Valadez, and Olney can't keep it up. 12-10. Pirates back within 2. Shy Daniels to serve. Good receive from Doss. Downing denied in the middle from Olsen. That's pretty much one-on-one. And that is just Olsen winning the battle. Pulling the Pirates within 1. We'll watch it very quickly here. Yeah, getting a little help from Alfar, but Olsen going pretty much one-on-one with Downing as we bring it back live. Rice on the slide. And the call comes in. Illegal touch on Rice. And now it's all tied at 12. And again, the Pirates, after trailing early, have pulled even. Megan Phillips going to burn a timeout. Set 2 from Ventura College. All tied at 12. Daniels to continue on serve, tied at 12. Only with the pass. Rice again tries to push off the block. One-timer off the block of Downing. And the Pirates grab the lead. Well, the Pirates have missed some opportunities, certainly on the attack, but the blocking on the front line has been outstanding. And in the middle, we've seen Lane, along with Olsen, coming up with some big blocks. Bulldogs scrambling. Easy dig for Daniels. Cahill, Valadez trying to keep it up off of Olney, but they run out of touches. 14-12 after Valadez was handcuffed on the attack from Cahill. Olney does a good job to keep that ball up, but Valadez unable to redirect. And the Bulldogs run out of time. 14-12, Daniels, who had a good run on serve in set one. Another one here in set two, and a roof. Cahill and Olsen. Another big block. The Pirates with their largest lead of the night at 3. 15-12. Daniels to continue. Going to Olney. They'll have to settle for the 10-foot line. Daniels there. Cahill leaning left. Doss with the dig. Pirates with a chance. They'll look in the middle. Olsen, Doss with the dig. Robinson will try. Off the block and down. Boy, the front line continues to tell the story. Alfar and Olsen. And Olsen patrolling that net. Moments ago it was with Cahill. Now with Alfar. 16-12. Lengthy run for Daniels. Good pass from Olney, but Downing just has to push it over. Back row attack coming off the block. What a job by Olney to keep that one up, floating and long. 17-12. I believe this is at least 8, I want to say, unanswered for the Pirates. Megan Phillips, who has already used a timeout here in this second set, may be forced into taking another one before it completely slips away. Setter dump, beautifully done from Valadez. Breaks the run, but the Pirates still have the 4-point lead as Simon Harper will come on to serve. Pirates trying to grab control. They're taking the opening set. That big run on the Daniels serve has them up 4. Roush, beautiful job on serve, receive, somehow kept up. Doss able to dig it out again. Here's Robinson. Daniels with the single arm. And a free ball for the Bulldogs all the way across to only pushing it off the block of Cahill. 17-14. Emma Olney coming off a 15-kill performance in the loss against Moore Park. 17-14. Cahill behind the 10-foot line, but taking a little off in between Doss and Harper. 18-14. Another kill for Cahill. Big performance from Callie Cahill, 18-14. And Monet Ramasar to serve. Handcuffing Doss. Now Olney just sends it over. All the way across, big swing Harper with a great dig. Denying Alfar. They'll look for Raymond on the other side. off the block and wide. Raymond gets the kill. 19-14. Daphne Raymond, who continues to take a big step forward in this sophomore year. Brad Lyons talking about just how much she has continued to improve. Beneficiary of some of the work on the beach, along with so many of the players for the Pirates who had a great year in beach volleyball last year. Certainly look ahead. Once again this year, Roush from the back row fires it long, 19-15. But you have the decided feeling that that beach volleyball program has been a real boon for the Pirates. Not just in and of itself, but also for the indoor program. Tiara Downing will serve. Bulldogs now in need of a run, down 4. Another good pass from Roush. Alfar reaches back. Downing has the dig. Olney off a great set. Hammers it down. Well, you can't give Emma Olney that kind of look. But Downing to Valadez, and Olney gets a ball in a great spot and hammers it. 19-16. They'll work on the floor on the Pirate side. 19-16. Short serve, Daniels handcuffed, but Alfar overpass from Downing. Raymond on the first touch. Puts the Pirates back up 4. Watch here very quickly, and off the overpass, Raymond sees the opportunity. Ibarra to serve. Doss will look for Olney. Good read from Roush. Back set looking for Raymond, who tried to take a little off. Now Olney again steps into one. And again, from Emma Olney, a heady play. Obviously continues to see the room cutting it cross court. Takes a little off, puts it down in front of Alfar. 20-17. Bulldogs within 3 as Ashley Robinson will serve off the tape. The pancake from Daniels. We're still going. Roush off of Doss. Valadez trying to keep that one alive, but the point going to belong to the Pirates. This is unbelievable stuff, but it starts with Shy Daniels on a serve off the tape. We will be sure to look at that one. 21-17, want to keep it live as Olsen will serve. Harper with some trouble. Valadez, I should say, Rodriguez trying to track it down, but can't. 22-17. And Megan Phillips going to take her final timeout with the Pirates on the doorstep, leading at 22-17. They're up a set on the VC Sports Network. 22-17. Pirates up 5. Olsen will continue on serve. And again, they look at Harper, who has some trouble. And that is going to earn the Pirates a free ball. Setting in the middle, the push from Lane. Good read from Olney. And now Olney gathers, catches the tape. Working against that block of Lane and Raymond. And now the Pirates 2 points away as Olsen will look to serve. 23-17, the Pirates took the opening set. 26-24. Dawes with the pass. Rodriguez just has to bump set. Roush looking up the line and hammers it down. Josephine Roush through a tight window. Up the line and on the line. And now a handful of set points for the Pirates to go up 2-0. Good pass from Harper. Valadez looks for the dump. Alfar with the read. Raymond. Rodriguez digs it out. Olney. Rolling. Kept up. Olsen down to get it. Valadez looks in the middle for Downing. Or I should say for Miranda. Miranda. Cagey play against the double team on the block, and Miranda pushes for that far sideline and finds the floor. Olney will serve. Pirates looking for a 2-0 lead. It's Roush trying to close it out. Off of Rodriguez, it's still up. Madison Rice on off the tape and down. Ramasar can't keep that one up. 24-19. Olney will serve. Roush again from the 10-foot line. Olney with the dig. Valadez across for Rice. Roush there quickly. Raymond off the block to close it out. And the Pirates take set 2, 25-19. 2 sets down for the Pirates. They'll look to close it out when we return for set number 3. It's Ventura College Volleyball on the VC Sports Network. Well, it's hard to imagine that it hasn't been a little tougher than one might have anticipated. But through 2 sets, it is mission accomplished for the Pirates, who take the first 2 sets 26-24. And they take the second set 25-19, coming back again from an early deficit. So the Pirates now just 1 set away from what would be their 13th win on the season. And I think the Pirates certainly have to be pleased with the defensive job that they've done against Emma Olney, one of the leading attackers in the state. But the Pirates have certainly made it tough on Emma Olney here tonight, to the tune of a 2-0 lead, and they'll start it off with an ace. Sadie Lishman on serve, the sophomore, on to start set 3 and gives the Pirates the 1-0 lead. And it's interesting, as the schedule works out, that the Pirates get a look at Emma Olney, 5th in the state in kills per set here tonight, as their next matchup, next Monday night, back-to-back aces for Lishman, and a 2-0 lead is against College of the Desert, who features the leader in the state in kills per set, Claire Thomas. So the Pirates getting a look at some of the biggest arms in the 3C2A late in this regular season. That time Robinson able to handle the serve. Downing off the block. Ibarra will look for Cahill. Kept up for Robinson. Hard swing from Rice. The overpass, setter dump, good read. Ibarra digs it out. Cahill from a standing position. Back row attack coming from Olney. It's again the block there from Lane. They'll look for Alfar, leaning right. Doss able to dig it out. Back to Olney in the back row. And Lishman that time can't keep it up. Lengthy point goes to the Bulldogs. (2-1). Pirates with the early lead here in set 4. Valadez on serve, diving down in front of Daniels, who's down to get it. Lane kept up by Valadez. Rice arcs it over the block. Daniels with a good read. Lane in the middle again. Valadez keeps it alive. Daniels plays that one. Lishman will look for Alfar. Another dig for Doss. Rice might have missed it. Cahill off the block, still up for Downing. Another lengthy point. Lishman with the dig. Cahill again. Tries the dink. Doss there. Daniels with the dig. Now Alfar off the block. It's going to get down. Alfar finally closes it out. Both teams with chances. And the Pirates outlasting the Bulldogs on that lengthy point. 3-1. Shy Daniels, who's had a big night on serve. Back on the line for the Pirates. Good pass from Olney. Downing in the middle. Denied by Olsen. Rice reaching back, just sends it over. Cahill again. Hard drive. Doss able to fight it off. Free ball for the Pirates. Cahill again. Leans into it. That time Doss can't handle it. 4-1. Pirates quick start in set 3. Trying to seize the moment against a Bulldog team that might be a little deflated after having some chances in the first couple of sets, but nonetheless find themselves down 2-0. Downing in the middle, and Robinson can't keep that one up. The set offline. It's hard to know from Valadez whether she was looking for Downing and just overshot the target, or maybe was thinking about Robinson the whole time. Either way, Bulldogs out of system and can't muster an attack, and we'll see Baraboiso on to serve and immediately handcuffs Olney. Pirates with a 6-1 lead. Well, after slow starts in the first 2 sets, the Pirates find their run early in set 3, leading at 6-1. And Boyso catches the tape. 6-2. Harper on for Rice. Will serve for the Bulldogs, who have Downing, Olney, and Robinson now in the front line, with Doss, Valadez, and Harper on the back line. Daniels tracked down by Ibarra. And Alfar just long on the attack, 6-3. Pirates with Olsen, Cahill, Alfar, Lishman, Ibarra, and Daniels on the floor. Harper to serve. Into the tape. 7-3. Raymond and Ramasar on, replacing Cahill and Ibarra, as Monet Ramasar will serve. 7-3, the Pirates with the early lead, looking to continue their winning ways off that big win against Santa Barbara on Halloween night. Lishman with the dig. Olsen forced to set, and it's offline. 7-4. Tiara Downing to serve. 5'8" sophomore out of San Jacinto. They'll look for Alfar. Valadez digs it out. Robinson trying to go across, and Ramasar plays that one. And I don't think there's any question but that one was going to sail wide, but Ramasar has to make the split-second decision, and she knows that's a point that got away. Bulldogs within 2, going at Lishman again, who handles it well. Raymond on the slide. Downing in the back row with the dig. Robinson off the block. Ramasar looking in the middle for Olsen. Slowed down enough for Valadez. Olney gathers and tools the block. 7-6, 3 straight for the Bulldogs, within 1, as Downing will continue on serve. Well, the roles might have reversed early in this third set with the Pirates taking the early lead, but the trend continues. Early run notwithstanding, eventually it tightens up. Down to 1, Raymond with the crush ball. Ends the Bulldog run, 8-6. Pirates within 2, as the sophomore Daphne Raymond ends that brief Bulldog run. Jocelyn Alfar, all the way from Tampa, Florida, on to serve. And more trouble on serve received. This time it's Emma Olney. And the Pirates push the lead back to 3. Going for Harper this time. Olney on the run, tracks it down, trying to give up the free ball, but they can't get it over. And again, the Pirates serve a big weapon. Back-to-back aces for Alfar, and it's 10-6. The Pirate lead up to 4. Timeout on the floor. Bulldogs want to talk it over. Pirates up 4, up 2 sets on the VC Sports Network. Pirates on top, 10-6. And Jocelyn Alfar to continue on serve. Floating long. Olney with the read, 10-7. We'll be back on the VC Sports Network Saturday night. Massive football matchup. The undefeated Pirates, 9-0, trying to close out a perfect regular season, but it will be a stern challenge from the Mount San Antonio College Mounties, 8-1 on the season. Coming up to Ventura, and we'll have it for you. Starting at 6 on Saturday night. Back here, Roush digs it out. Raymond leans in. Gets the kill. Pirates back up 11-7 as Olsen will serve. Here comes Taylor Lane into the front row with Raymond and Roush. Olsen, who had a good run on serve in the second set. To serve, it floats long. Well, I think there's a good adjustment here coming out of that timeout. On that back line. And there has been some trouble for the Bulldogs handling the serves tonight from a number of Pirate servers. But a good adjustment, letting them go. Couple of serve errors, and it's back to 11-8. Raymond again with some momentum, but a sensational dig from Olney. Rice just catches the tape. 12-8. Lead back to 4. Callie Cahill returns along with Valeria Ibarra. So Cahill now with Roush and Lane as they replace Raymond on the front line. Ibarra to serve. Good pass from Olney, who will get it back and sends it long. 13-8. Pirates in control here in the third set. Ibarra to serve. Going for Rodriguez this time. Miranda leaning right. Daniels with the dig. Roush off the block, kept up by Valadez. They'll try Cahill. Going after Doss again up the line. Another good swing from Callie Cahill, who has had a big night. (14-8). Pirates with their largest lead here in the third set. And it gets a little bit larger on the ace. 15-8. Ibarra working on Olney, and it's seldom that simple. Again, Olney plays the full rotation. Comfortable in the back row. 8 digs in the loss at Moore Park. And the Bulldogs out of system. Cannot muster an attack. Pirates have doubled them up. 16-8 here in the third set. And, well, it's been a taxing first 2 sets, I think physically, but arguably emotionally as well. Again, Bulldogs led 24-22 in that first set before the Pirates came back with 4 straight to steal that opening set, and then a tight second set went to the Pirates. Now the Bulldogs down big here in the third set. The Pirates trying to close it out here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates with their largest lead at 9, 17-8. Closing in on a straight sets win. Valadez trying to track it down. They do manage to get it over. Cahill on the attack, tooling the block. Olney down to dig it out. Again, the Pirates chance to go back on the attack. Third time the Pirates will be able to go on a free ball. Roush off the block of Miranda. 18-8. 6 straight for the Pirates. Pulling away in this third set. And at the very top, mentioned how the Pirates have run this gauntlet of a 2025 schedule, with 9 losses, but 8 of the 9 against top 10 teams in the state. And even the 9th loss against the 15th ranked Pasadena City College Lancers, so no respite. But even having said that, despite the strong RPI, the feeling for the Pirates with 3 matches to go in the season as Olney from the back row gets that one down, 18-10, is that the Pirates need to take care of business in these last 3 matchups on the season. Yes, they're almost certainly looking at a postseason berth, but where is certainly still to be determined, and indeed, if they don't take care of business, that could quickly become a question mark. Rodriguez, Valadez can't keep that one up. 19-10, the Pirates maintain the comfortable lead. So the Pirates needed to take care of business here at home tonight, and it looks as though they are well on their way to doing it. Up 2 sets, up big here in the third set. And next up, it'll be College of the Desert next Monday night. Doss tracks it down. Olney just has to send this one to the back where Daniels tracks it down. Stepping in, Alfar has that one dug out. Now Daniels will set Cahill, and Cahill, why not? Callie Cahill, who along with Josephine Roush has been the primary weapon here tonight for the Pirates. I don't think there's any question about it. It's been Cahill along with Roush on that front line. A lot of good work out of the middle, as always, with the likes of Lane and Olsen, Raymond as well. But it's been a big performance from Callie Cahill, no doubt. In the middle, they look for Lane off the block of Downing. Still up, Downing again, Daniels with another dig. They'll look for Lane in the middle. Just a little too much air under it for Taylor Lane. 20-11. Pirates still 5 points away, as Valadez will head back to serve for the Bulldogs. Again from right in Santa Maria. Shanice Valadez. Alfar get it on the give and go off the block. Alfar there to keep it up. They'll switch the attack. Valadez with the dig. Rice again tried to go to that backhand that we saw earlier. That time unsuccessful. 21-11 as Olsen will come on. Boyso will serve. Lishman, Ibarra, and Boyso on the back line. So both Roush and Daniels on the bench for the Pirates right now. Doss with the dig, they'll look for Robinson. The block wide. 21-12. As Simon Harper on to replace Madison Rice. Harper to serve. And the overpass leaves an opportunity for Olney. 21-13. Ibarra looking for Alfar, who's able to tool the block. Good swing from Jocelyn Alfar, who has had a lengthy run here tonight. So another developing weapon for Brad Lyons here late in this 2025 campaign, Jocelyn Alfar. Haven't seen a lot of Madison Mirau after seeing Madison in that opening set. But since then, it's been an awful lot. Jocelyn Alfar, 22-14. Mentioned that Mirau had really stepped it up of late in that win at Santa Barbara. Mirau with 16 kills. Only Josephine Rausch with 20 had more. So really becoming that second option. Alfar from behind the 10-foot line finds the net, 22-15. Downing, who also had a good run on serve in the second set, will continue with the serve, but the Bulldogs going to need something dramatic. Here down to their final 3 points. Going to Raymond on the serve, who fights it off and now just has to push it over. Look for Robinson, that one gonna float long. 2 points away for the Pirates. Ibarra to serve with the Pirates, 2 points away. Excuse me, I believe that was Alfar. And either way, it's another ace for the Pirates. It is Jocelyn Alfar, who now will try to close it out. Multiple match points. The Pirates leading at 24-15, and Jocelyn Alfar to serve. And down inside the line. The Pirates punctuate it with an ace. The serve been a huge weapon for the Pirates here tonight, and they close it out 25-15, a straight sets win for the Pirates, who moved to 13-9 on the season, back over 500 in the Western State North at 6-5 for the Pirates on their second straight win. They will be back in action on Monday night, taking on College of the Desert as they wind down this regular season and look ahead to a postseason berth. That'll wrap up our coverage here from Ventura, with the Pirates taking it in straight sets. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Again, Saturday night, back for football, Mount Sac and the Pirates here on the VC Sports Network. So long, everybody. Have a great night.